Get set, go.
These are all the things that I was going to talk to you about later. And you're like, oh my gosh, no, you know, that's all right. So these are all the things that I watched and started to just run down the list of the 2 minutes. Like, but if anything comes to mind that you want to give advice about, or feel free to tell me out all here. All very difficult because I'm actually writing today for copies. I just started that, so that's
And we can practice with the listening. Starting now. We usually debrief for a while after that and debrief the entire exercise, but we don't have time to do that today. Is there maybe one positive comment about what it was like to be listened to by someone with delighted attention and uninterrupted?
It was nice. It was a little bit uncomfortable though because it's not that back and forth dialogue. So sometimes in conversations you want to kind of get their approval or get their understanding, and so that was a little awkward.
So outside of the awkwardness, because for sure it's awkward, For sure it's awkward, and it's not something that you're going to start doing 100% of the time tomorrow. Might not, you know, the voice in your head is talking, I'm never going to do that. That was off the chart, you know. And then maybe one positive response to what it was like to listen to a person without interrupting them and looking at them with delighted attention.
It was a really good exercise. I found it very difficult not to ask a question that I really had an interest in and just zipping it.
It's good to know, just to notice, because really what's sitting on top right now is how uncomfortable it was. And there's maybe a desire to just say, isn't that really unnatural to do something? And so let's not even go there, because this is not something you have to do. It's just one model, and people usually get it after, the day after. Yes, ma'am.
What I thought was interesting is I think she went way deeper with what she was thinking because she just had to fill in the space, and it was the type of thing I may have asked a question about anyway. So I'm totally using it on my.
Very good. Thank you.
I was thinking as we were talking from an inclusion and diversity standpoint, some of the conversations we have, like you said, the meeting before the meeting, and how many times we don't get the opportunity to let real thoughts surface because we're operating in our unconscious bias or our hidden biases. There were certain biases, they were positive, that I had about this woman I was sitting next to even when I walked in the room. And it was so refreshing to just be quiet and just shut what they call up. Actually hear and check my biases. Like, that was the right bias, that was a good bias. Oh, okay. So I had an opportunity to connect in a different way. And I think culturally, we don't give ourselves that opportunity.
We lose a lot of negotiations a lot of times as Americans because we get so uncomfortable with silence. We call it all kind of other stuff. We call it all kind of stuff. We just get so uncomfortable with silence though, that we just give in. We give away the baby in the bathwater in negotiations. So.
Well, I think the challenge for me, I don't know if it applies to anyone else, is that what you're saying is totally contrary to Western culture as a concept. You're saying that you stare at people's eyes, or stare at people in general, that's going to be seen as offensive because we don't stare at people. If you say that you talk and don't contribute, or give the, yeah, I get it, or you not help the person along, but acknowledge that you're still listening. Person to say, hey, you still there? Yeah, I'm still listening. So I think that everything is contrary to Western cultural dynamics. So how do you fit this into our socialization process?
I don't. It's just something brand new that people actually love. So thank you. No, seriously, thank you. I don't say that sarcastically. I'm saying thank you for real because.
But you heard it before.
I've heard it before.
Yeah.
I've heard it before, and then I've heard some other things before. So I'm already familiar that some people will be uncomfortable. It's completely contrary to everything that I've learned. It's rude to just stare at people and not contribute and not help them along. I've heard it. But you get pieces of it that you want to take with you, and then the other pieces you just leave. Just kind of leave them behind. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you.
Well, I would-
Thank you so much.
I would just also suggest that I think you can really respond to people with very small gestures, become very powerful. And so I think that you actually are responding by little movements, little gestures, while not taking your eyes off of their eyes.
There you go. That is, I mean, if we had the time, that's what we would go into, and that's what we haven't had a chance to go. If you just say, that's so much more than, let me ask you a question about that, because that's you. That's ego. That's you needing to get in there and show some stuff about you and what you figured out, how you're going to help somebody along and all of that. It's, we do more on this. We take this for a couple of hours sometimes. Got to move on now. Okay, so let's move on. The next conversation that we have with ourselves, one of the 3 transformational ideas out of Susan Scott's Fierce Conversation book is all conversations are with myself and sometimes they involve other people. Now, we know that that's not literally true, that like all conversations are with myself and sometimes they're with other people. But Susan kind of talks about the fact that there are always these voices that we hear